Did you know when you have sex with someone, your DNA swaps and their DNA becomes part of you forever? Welcome back, everyone, to Collective Consciousness. My name is Tiny. I'm your host, and we focus on here expanding your consciousness. The whole purpose of this show are for individuals on their journey to self-mastery. We talk about all different types of topics, especially those esoteric ones and stuff that you've never heard in school. So if this is your jam, take a second right now and smash that subscribe button down below. Today, what we are talking about is energy transference and the power behind sexual energy. Let's get sexy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So right now I am holding my carnelian crystal. This crystal is actually going to charge up and balance up the sacral chakra. And that is what we are talking about today, the sacral chakra. So let's kind of dive into first, before we talk about sexual energy, let's talk about what is energy transference. Let's take a look at a definition here. Energy transference is the movement of energy from one location to another. For example, when electricity moves from a wall plug through a charger to a battery. Okay, so we can actually see this type of example in people as well. So let's take an example of have you ever been in a grocery store and someone bumps into you? When they don't say, "Excuse me," how does that feel? All of a sudden you get irritated, you feel like your spaces have been invaded, you get real short, right? And you might be upset, you might even retaliate, right? Let's say that the person was like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry. I really did not mean to run into you. I just was looking at my kids, they're just running around and I'm just trying to get out of here. You know how it is. I'm really sorry," right? And how was your response then? "Oh no, it's okay. It's okay." Right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That is a perfect example of energy transference. The first person that bumped into you and didn't say, "Excuse me," was probably in a bad mood, probably really rude, probably self-centered, right? And all of that energy transferred over to you, so you got upset instantly, right? Vice versa. The person that apologized and was overly nice and overly accommodating of the situation and trying to rectify it, right? How did that make you feel? That person was genuine. That person apologized, so it made you feel more accepting, right? That is an example of you mirroring the response of the other person. And why would you mirror the response? Because that energy was transferred over to you. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go a little bit further with this. I would also describe energy transference as the combining of auric fields, okay, that is transferred through physical touch. Okay, so you are going to be the conduit. So when that person touched you, that is when you felt that energy transfer from that person to you. This is exactly why it's so important that when we pick our sexual partners, we have to pick very carefully. Now, let's talk about the power of sexual energy, okay? And then we'll tie the two together. So the highest vibrational feeling is what? A lot of people say love, but let's say the highest blissful feeling. If I was to use an adjective for a physical feeling that was the most divine, blissful, extravagant, amazing feeling, usually people would say nirvana. Okay, so when we reach an orgasmic state, we produce for just a moment that sensation of nirvana. That means in this moment, in our climactic moment, we are at the highest possible vibrational state, nirvana, right? So what does that mean when that happens? That means that manifestation becomes easily accessible. And when you put conscious intention into your manifestations during this state, that is when sex can become magical. Okay, so let me go ahead and dive into this and explain a little bit. So knowing this is why choosing a partner wisely is so important. Not only does energy transfer occur within a sexual partner, but you adopt their current and emotional state, you also engage in co-creation. So what that means is when you and your partner are not in alignment and you engage in this co-creation, you're sending a convoluted message out into the universe, okay? The co-creation is going to be a fuzzy signal. So you're creating more of a disconnect than you are creating of a confluence. Let's say, for example, if you're with somebody who is very negative, has a negative outlook on life, complains about a lot of things, automatically just thinks of the negative or expects things to go wrong all the time, and you engage with this person in a sexual way, all of these traits get transferred over to you. That is what energy transfers is. But when it's sexual, now that those fibers of DNA within that person also gets transferred over to you. So when you and your partner are not in alignment, you reach a climax together, then you put this chaotic, convoluted energy out into the ether, and now the universe doesn't know what to grant you. And that's why you could attract some chaos in your life because, or maybe you have experienced 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of situation, or the opposite, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, right? This is because there is a convolution, there is a blockage in your manifestation pathway, okay? So what we put in our body is very important, and that means sexually as well. It doesn't just mean orally. Whenever you use these manifestation powers, use them for good, right? That is when you and your partner can get together on a mental, physical, and emotional level and balance in a balance, right? That is when you can create true magic. You can transcend time and space, damn near teleport, like not even joking, and all types of crazy stuff. But that has to come from a true connection. Like I said, it has to have a balance of mind, body, and spirit. It's all 3 or nothing, okay? So once you have established that connection with somebody on a mental, a physical, and a spiritual level, then you're ready to connect on a higher plane, okay? So really ritualize your intimacy with your partner. Really take the time to explore each other and just breathe and be and share space with one another. It's very important because when it comes to connecting, that is what's going to connect you from just a physical level to those higher spiritual and mental levels, okay? So the universe, I say make a ritual out of it because the universe responds to rituals. So speaking of ritual, one thing that I like to engage in is tantric breathing. Tantric breathing is very important, and you can use this with a partner. You can use this by yourself, but tantric breathing exercises with your partner can amplify the frequency between the 2 of you and connect you on a deeper level as well. So tantric breathing helps you to connect to the life force energy within your body through breath. Okay, so doing this in sync with your partner will amplify your electromagnetic frequencies and put the 2 of you in a rhythm together. And when I say electromagnetic frequency, I mean your field, your electromagnetic field, right? And what happens is getting into this rhythm, it's going to create a circuit of energy between the 2 of you. Okay, so using this breathing during your experience can deepen your connection throughout the entire encounter with your partner. Again, it is important to choose your partner wisely. If you're not in alignment, here's the things that can happen. It can cause sexual imbalances. It can cause depression, mood swings, eating disorders, lack of creativity, lack of self-confidence, and so much more. Your sex drive is ruled or activated by your sacral chakra. So that's what we were talking about. I like to hold on to different crystals to help me amplify the frequency that I want to focus on. And right now I want to focus, I have 2 crystals. I have the carnelian, which is going to promote healing and activation within the sacral chakra. And then I have labradorite, which is going to help open up my first eye, so I can have the pure vision to give you guys this message, right? So your sacral chakra rules your creativity, your sexual energy. So basically, when you're sexually imbalanced, that means that there is a blockage within the sacral. And if there's a blockage in any of the chakras, what that means is the energy flow cannot be balanced throughout the body. And if there is no balanced energy flow, then there's no way that we can raise in consciousness. First, we have to balance out our chakras. Like, that's literally the first thing you have to do in order to begin to open up more of this conscious awareness and the road to enlightenment. Like, we can't ascend if we got blocked chakras. Okay, that's just that's just how it is. So if we have these type of imbalances, or if you're showing signs of an unhealthy sex life, then that is a huge sign that your sacral chakra is blocked, and we really have to get that cleared and cleaned out and reactivated. Okay, so guard your sexual energy. Guard it like the gold that it is. It is a gold mine. Okay, when you use it properly, your manifestations can come to you in a rapid speed. It is ridiculous how magical that your sexual energy can be. Okay, so guard this like it's a pound of gold. Okay, I've seen both sides. I've seen that imbalanced sexual energy side, and I've seen the balanced sexual energy side. And I will have to say, the grass is greener over here because we water it. Okay? The grass does not get watered on the other side. So definitely focus on balancing out that sacral, and really ask yourself these questions when you engage with a partner sexually. I really want you to focus and ask, am I sexually balanced? Do we connect spiritually, mentally, physically? Okay? And are we in alignment? The answer to those three questions should always be yes. If the answer to any of those questions are no, take a moment and reassess and get yourself balanced, or get you and your partner in a balance before you continue and engage. This is going to help not only heal your chakra, it's going to help heal the past generations of mistakes that we've been making as well. Okay, so it's very, very important for you to take this very seriously. Sharing your sexual energy with multiple partners is only going to leave your auric field and your energy bogged down with other people's energies, confused, possibly depressed, and maybe a few other anxiety, maybe a few other things like that. And what your partner eats is also very important. Like, for example, I choose to have a plant-based diet. If I was to engage with somebody that does not have a plant-based diet, that is also going to affect my physiology as well. I've done all these cleanses. I just finished an 18-day cleanse last week. And if I was to engage with somebody who does not have the same eating habits as me, that would negate all of the work that I just put in. So really, really, guys, I can't hammer this in enough. Really, choose your sexual partners wisely and make sure that you are in balance before you engage yourself in that way, because I care about you and I want you to have a balanced, abundant, blissful, and manifested life. This is how we elevate in consciousness. This is the way. I do have a quick announcement. So I have separated the collective consciousness education line along with the collective consciousness product line. I started a collaboration with New Equisetum. You guys have met him on a previous episode, and we created Divine Blissing. So now there is an Instagram page, and you can have some amazing handmade jewelry. We have bracelets, we have necklaces, we have crystals. Some of these crystals that you see here, we have on the page. I have a pop-up shop coming up on Sunday, actually at Dalton Bowl. And then there's another pop-up shop in Texas that Divine Blessings will be at on the 26th. And then there is another 2 pop-up shops, one on the 3rd and one on the 4th. So definitely follow me on social media for more information for all of these pop-ups. And please stay in contact with me it's a great way for us to communicate and connect. I will see y'all next week. Thanks so much. Asè and Namaste.
Right.